So, with Star Wars not having a whole lot of clarity in terms of future projects, I wanted to look at an option that could really expand on the sequel trilogy. And of course, we know that the sequels does get constant criticism, but I would say that really a lot of this is not from the characters itself, but really how the characters were treated, which is why I really think out of the three movies, The Force Awakens was arguably the best received, not just due to the initial excitement of the continuation of Star Wars, but also due to a lot of the interesting mystery boxes that were presented in this film. And along with a little bit of the mixed reception later on, I would say you really never got enough development towards a lot of these new plot points, or just there wasn't enough attention given to them at all. So this is really why I think a prequel project to the sequels could provide a great opportunity to expand on these concepts. So in terms of how this would work, I think the de-aging technology is a little awkward. I think it was okay for the use of Luke in The Mandalorian and the Book of Boba Fett, but in terms of using it for all of these different characters, I think that would be a little too much. So really, I think the best avenue for doing this, and it would also be a lot cheaper than filming it in live action, would be to have an animated show that could cover this time period. And I really think Clone Wars would be the best guide for how this could look like. And in terms of a lot of these major plot points that could be addressed in the show, I think a good focus could, of course, be on Luke's Jedi Academy, especially in his later years with getting Ben Solo as one of his students. And in addition to that, I also think it would be great to see Luke maybe on some other adventures, also potentially with some of his students as well, to really see him in combat. But then really going up to The Force Awakens, I think the show could really expand on how Snoke really met Ben Solo and really took time to develop other potential reasons why he was so tempted to turn. And in relation to Ben Solo's eventual turn, I don't think you really ever got a clear answer on what exactly the Knights of Ren were, so I think this could be a great opportunity to give more input on them. And also during The Force Awakens, you're really just thrown into the reign of the First Order, or the First Order kind of starting to take over things. So I think you could also have the rise of this new group as part of the background of this show. But I also think you have several other plot points that could be interesting, such as what exactly Leia and Han Solo were doing during this period. This could even tie potentially into the trouble that Han Solo gets in during The Force Awakens. And I also think some of the other really interesting characters of the sequel that maybe didn't get enough development were Finn and Poe. So I think a lot more could be done on their backstory as well. And in relation, you could see how the rebellion kind of transformed into the resistance over the years. And I think you could also dive deeper into who exactly Rey's parents were and really tell the full story of how she got sent to Jakku. And I even think you have other potential storylines to close up, such as how Maz Kanata finds the lightsaber. So I think there's tons of potential storylines that could be covered throughout a few different seasons of an animated prequel. But feel free to let me know your thoughts on this, and I'll see you later.